Hey guys, I'm Papa Pete, and it's time for another edition of the Indie Homebrew News and Spotlight.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Be sure to check out IntellivisionCollector.com for all your Intellivision collecting needs, whether it be ROMs for LTO Flash or Ultimate Flashback, the latest homebrew games available on the scene, or even games for the original 125. That's IntellivisionCollector.com. To start off today's news, I'm going to talk a little bit about the 2022 Intellivision Homebrew Awards. To start off the news, I'm going to announce the names of the 5 members of the Intellivision Homebrew Committee that were just released. I'm also going to give a brief update on some of the ideas that this committee has come up with and what they're working on for the awards program moving forward. And finally, I'm going to let you know where you can get more information on these guideline changes and other information right here in this YouTube channel in the very near future. Now, as mentioned in last month's show, the Intellivision Homebrew Awards Committee was selected from long-time, respected members of the Intellivision community, but to avoid any conflict of interest, it excludes any programmers or publishers. Here are the 5 members of the Intellivision Homebrew Committee. First of all, we have Christian Martin. Christian's an Intellivision collector extraordinaire and one of the current co-hosts of the Intellivisionaries Podcast. C-Mart is also a very well-respected member of the community and is shown by him being credited for the 125 on Atari Age with C-Mart's original 125 checklist. The next member is Rick Reynolds, one of the original hosts of the Intellivisionaries Podcast. Rick has shared his knowledge on both the Intellivision hardware and as well as the games, including homebrew games, for the last 9 years on the show. The third member of the committee is Steve Orth, otherwise known as INTV Steve on Atari Age. Steve is the creator and the operator of the fantastic Intellivision website and database, intvfunhouse.com. Jason Seidenstricker, or Jason Likes INTV on Atari Age, is the 4th member of the committee, and he's been described to me as the world's greatest Worm Whopper player, but also the greatest Worm Whopper cartridge hoarder as well. And he's also known for being a notorious person for never reading the game manuals. Finally, the 5th member representing the European Intellivision community, Michael Linzer, or INTY Mike, joins the committee as one of the most prominent Intellivision gamers, historians, and collectors from Germany. The first item that the awards committee would like to announce is that the Intellivision Homebrew Hall of Fame is being created, with the initial inductees being announced during the 2022 awards ceremony. The committee members are all excited to acknowledge some of the extraordinary games that have been created for the Intellivision system over the past 20 plus years. The Hall of Fame will exist from this point forward with new inductees each year, and it could even be expanded to include not only games, but perhaps people who've made extraordinary contributions to the community. The committee has also been working diligently to finalize the awards categories, and as well as the other rules and regulations involved with the awards ceremony. And I'm very happy to announce that Rick Reynolds and Christian Martin, 2 members of the committee, will be joining me for a live stream to provide more details and answer questions on both the Hall of Fame as well as the changes made to the awards themselves. This live stream is going to be on Tuesday, September 6th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be right here on the Papa Pete YouTube channel. So bring your questions because this is a live stream that you won't want to miss. Sales of the 2 new Intellivision Collector titles, The Show Must Go On and Vanguard, have gone very well since their release to the general public 2 weeks ago. With the first release in the rearview mirror now, Intellivision Collector would like to announce their next 2 releases, IC003, Penguin Land, and next, IC004, Poker Risque. These 2 titles will be released later in September in the same high-quality gatefold boxes, including manuals and overlays, as were the Intellivision Collector's first 2 releases. Intellivision Collector is also very proud to announce that through a partnership with game designer and programmer Matthew Keel, they are now offering the award-winning game Intellivision as a ROM purchase for the very first time. The 2021 Intellivision Homebrew Game of the Year for its physical version can now be played on your LTO Flash, Ultimate Flashback, or other emulator. This is a game that you definitely want to play. Finally, in Intellivision Collector news is a follow-up to last month's news about the newly designed cartridge shells that are available to publishers as well as individual homebrew creators from the Intellivision Collector. They now have added a hybrid Activision LTO style shell to their inventory in black and translucent gray. And they've also added, in consultation with Joe Zabicek, a new black shell that is a 100% clone of the LTO Flash. This shell allows you to use any of the current boards in the cartridge, including the JLP boards. Check out Intellivisioncollector.com for more details. For the time being, no further game titles have been announced from the 5 upcoming games that were originally announced back in May by Blah Blah Wolf Wolf on the Atari Age forums. So far, there are no release dates for the 2 announced games, which were Fox's Quest and Parsec. I'll report on any Blah Blah Wolf Wolf updates in the next month of INTY Homebrew News and Spotlights. There's lots to report for changes and updates in Intellivision's ROM Vault, with several new titles available. First, as discussed here in the INTY Homebrew News and Spotlight last month, Super Pro Space Invaders did get released and is now available to purchase in the ROM Vault. But that was far from the only new game available from Intelligentvision. David Harley wants to let everyone know that his new ECS bundle is now available for purchase. Although the ECS itself still has to be hooked up to the master component, the ECS titles in this bundle now no longer need the keyboard and have been fully converted to play with just one controller. Mind Strike, Scooby-Doo's Maze Chase, World Series Major League Baseball, and Super NFL Football are all included in the bundle. On top of the main control modification, Dave Harley has also made adjustments to the gameplay for all of the games except Super NFL Football. Scooby-Doo's Maze Chase has been made faster with the ability to reach higher levels with a lower score. Mind Strike has also been made quicker, eliminating the negative effects of slow gameplay from an otherwise good title. And as for World Series Major League Baseball, in the words of David Harley himself, baseball's a game now instead of a simulation. 2 minor releases posted in August include Super Pro Astro Smash, where the player can start at a higher level, as well as Space Hawk 2, with updated graphics and the hyperspace black hole bug having been fixed. Super Play Auto Racing is now available with some great adjustments to the original title. First of all, the car attributes have been updated, making them faster and making them handle better. You can also now adjust the number of laps that you want to race in a 1-player game. For the 2-player game, you can now pick the score to which you want to play, and these are both great changes. The final change in Super Pro Auto Racing gets rid of one of the biggest annoyances in the game. You can now start a game from one controller. You don't have to have both of them plugged in. Finally, in a busy month at Intelligentvision, Harley updated one of the all-time classic sport games, and now we have Super Pro Bowling. The speed of the gameplay has been increased, and the function of left-handed bowler has also been adjusted so it truly represents a left-handed bowler. Harley also added various information screens to the game, and best of all, this ROM is free for anyone to download and play on their LTO Flash, Ultimate Flashback, or other Intellivision emulator. In Electronite news, William Muller has confirmed physical copies of today's Spotlight game. The Pandora Incident will be available in early September, but in very limited quantities at first. Intellivisioncollector.com, as well as the Blue Sky Rangers eBay store, will each have a mere 20 copies for sale upon initial release. More copies of the Pandora Incident may become available in the future, but it depends on cartridge and board availability. I'd been asked in one of my recent Intellivision streams about the advertisement that William Muller had posted looking for a programmer who could program an Intellivision core for an FPGA, Field Programmable Gate Array, or in layman's terms, more of a hardware emulator for the Intellivision as opposed to a software-based emulator. While there isn't much info to be said by Electronite right at the moment, I'm sure that we'll hear more about this project in the months to come. As for other Electronite titles awaiting release, Cat Attack will be limited to only 50 copies, and they'll be available for cash pre-order purchase only at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo in October. The Cat Attack physical copies will be assembled already and ready for shipping from Canada immediately following the show. It's also been confirmed that the Infiltrator and Robot Army pre-orders will be shipping at the end of October. For now, no other copies will be available for these 2 games other than the pre-orders. And last but not least, the highly anticipated Star Mercenary will also soon be available in very limited quantities, with only 50 titles being available from the Blue Sky Rangers eBay store sometime in October. So watch for that title if you're waiting for Star Mercenary. And now here's an update from Cote Gamers, where Patrice has told me that they were very happy with the Norseman pre-sales, with 85 being sold. And at the time of our discussion, there are still some available on the website. The title appears out of print right now when I look at it again, but I suggest contacting Cote Gamers directly to confirm if any are available. The first 100 new Intellivision controllers are also now finished, but Patrice confirmed that unfortunately there was a very small issue with the printer for the manuals. Now that this has been corrected, the controllers and combined Norseman controller packages will be shipping in September. Cote Gamers are also in discussion with the author of Mindstrike about possibly adapting the title into a board game. As Patrice puts it, the title is not well known, but is very rich and requires a lot of thinking. Finally, in news from Cote Gamers, there's some very good news about the sequel to Norseman, so far with the working title of simply Norseman 2. The game is going to be completely new, with Cote Gamers and programmer Carlos Madruga working together to create many things that make the game more attractive. As you can see from this very early screenshot provided by Cote Gamers, there are more than 10 new features being added to the gameplay, including such things as stores, equipment, bosses, special powers, and other secrets to discover. I'm sure that there'll be even greater anticipation for this title as we get closer to its release. To recap the top story of the month, the members of the 5-person Intellivision Homebrew Awards committee have been selected, and they have lots of news to share. An Intellivision Homebrew Hall of Fame is being created, and the fine-tuning of the awards in general has begun. Don't forget, on Tuesday, September 6th, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, committee members Rick Reynolds and Christian Martin are joining me for a live stream where they'll announce the details and answer questions on many of the things that they're currently working on with regards to the Hall of Fame and awards in general. If you can't make it to the live stream, be sure to check out the replay right here on the Papa Pete YouTube channel. And now it's time for a very special spotlight, one of the most anticipated Intellivision homebrew games of the last few years. Let's take a quick unboxing and a look at some of the gameplay for the Pandora Incident published by Electronite. Well guys, like I said, today's spotlight is the Pandora Incident, the new survival horror game being released by publisher Electronite in the very near future, probably within the next couple of days. It will be available from the Blue Sky Rangers on their eBay store, as well as from IntellivisionCollector.com. So check it out. There won't be very many copies of this game, and you want to get yours as quickly as possible. The Pandora Incident is a survival horror game that's been in the works now for almost 2 years. Lead game designer and programmer Carlos Madruga was inspired by the Commodore 64 game Project Firestart to create this survival horror game set in space, and he's got a great group helping him. First of all, we have Arturo Ragazzini, who is also doing some of the coding, and he's helping with the sound effects. He's well known from working with Carlos also on Heli. As for graphic design, one of the main graphic designer is Justin Shear, known last year in the Intellivision Homebrew Awards from 2021 as being involved not only with Heli as well, but with the great hit from Collectorvision, The Goonanup. Again, a game programmed by Carlos Madruga. Last but not least, we have the music from Pandora Incident. And the music is being done by one of the top music designers in the Intellivision homebrew world today, and that is Yundere. And Yundere, Aiden Toledo, he has created some absolutely fantastic music in this game, which not only will sound wonderful through your regular television system, but if you hook it up to the ECS, the music will sound even better and take advantage of those extra channels. Anyway, enough talk about the history of this game and how long it's been in development and who's involved. I want to open the thing up, so let's grab the knife and see what we got. See what we got in the package here. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. I've been waiting to open this. I just can't wait. I want to do it so carefully. The thing I love about it's a big plus automatically that Electronite has gatefold boxes, and I simply love gatefold boxes. A little difficult, I find, with the tab boxes. They get destroyed, the lids and such, quite easily. So, always love these ones. So, here, we'll take a look. Right here. Oh, look at that cloth there. That's nice. Beautiful. All right, so let's open it up. We'll take our first look, and There we go. There are the overlays. A nice manual. I don't know how much we use the overlays. I'll have to read the manual to see how much. It doesn't look like we use the overlays too awfully much there, but still, it's pretty nice. And look at this manual. The Pandora Incident cartridge instructions for one player. Absolutely beautiful manual. Same manual that Electronite usually puts with their games, and that's a good thing because it's always very high quality. Go through real quick. It's not a real long manual. I suppose it does use the overlays, Yeah, it does use the overlays and the keypad numbers to save. You can save and load. Fantastic. I love it. Get your map screen, help screen, instructions on saving and loading, pausing and quitting, how to use your inventory screen, how to do combat. And of course, all of the different people involved right there. There's some of the names I just mentioned. Carlos Madruga, Arturo Ragazzini, Justin Cheer, Aiden Toledo for music. Special thanks to Joe Zvichek, Oscar Toledo, the Atari Age community, and the Alpha testers, Eric, Henry, and Luke. Beautiful. Beautiful. Maybe that says Lucy. Probably Luke. Instruction manual by Carlos and William Muller, and it's developed called Team Pandora. So fantastic, wonderful thing. All right, well, let's take a look at the actual cartridge itself too. I'll pull that out and label right there. That's beautiful, good quality constructed box. So excellent. Doesn't get better than that. Anyway, guys, there's the box. Let's play a little bit of Pandora Incident. I'll play a little bit, and I'll come back, and I'll let you know what I think about the game. And I'm really quite confident that this game is such high anticipation. It's not a matter of whether or not it's fun to play. It's just a matter of how much. So let's check it out. Okay, so let's check out the Pandora Incident. I do have a copy here for my ultimate flashback, just for the review to get the best capture gameplay possible. It's going to look absolutely beautiful on your original Intellivision, and it's going to look awfully good here too. So, Electronite, of course, their logo at the beginning, and here we go, Team Pandora. We'll go through the cutscenes at the beginning, and I've talked about who was involved with the making of the game already, so we're just going to start it up. We'll take a quick look at the option screen, I guess. Skill, we'll leave it at normal skill for now. I'm not going to change anything else. I like the fact that it's not scrolling up and down and trying to move it. It's just hitting the right number to change it, so we'll just hit 5 for exit. Back to the screen, and let's go, and we'll let it run through the very beginning and listen to the music and get the opening of the game. The Costaguana is en route to the Solomon when a distress signal is picked up. Commander Ellen and Norbert, the ship's resident android, are discussing the event. The signal is coming from a covert ship inside a restricted corporate quadrant. Who knows what they've been up to? Can't be anything good. That's kind of a creepy looking fellow there. That's the android. It is unusual. By Federation law, we must respond to the signal. Doesn't seem like she's very keen on it, but he is very keen. Yeah, he's saying we're going there. He's an android. What does this kind of remind me of already, with an android and a female protagonist? A little bit like Aliens, huh? Or Alien. And Aliens, I guess. So off she flies alone to the... Oh. As Ellen takes a shuttle to board the ship, Norbert stays behind, of course. I have a feeling there's going to be something more to that relationship right there, let me tell you. Okay, so there I am. Opening spot. The graphics are great. I really like the graphics, and the background music's very good too. Subtle. It's not overwhelming. It's creates a good ambiance. So very nice music. And Yandere always makes fantastic music. Aiden is top guy in the field. One of the very top 2 or 3 guys in the field. There's some great people making music for Intellivision Homebrews, but when you see his name, you know it's good. So I did read the manual, and it said just walk over people and walk up to everything you see, and it will interact if it's meant to. You can see on the floor, there's the arrow leading back out, and down at the bottom, the little arrows are my hit points. I have an inventory button. Where's that? 4. I got a standard weapon. Action to return. Action is the side button. Down below, it is what level I'm on, which is 1, and how much ammo I have, which is 50. All elevator. And this I can move back and forth. Yes or no? Well, obviously yes. We'll go in the elevator. Oh, pops right out. Danger written in blood. Gotta love it. Survival horror on the Intellivision. Oh, and she can't get hold of Norbert. Is he abandoned her, or has she been cut off? So we're going back to the shuttle. And the elevator's been disabled. Wow. That's great. So it looks like I can go 2 different directions. It says walk over them to collect anything. There's nothing there. I can follow this arrow. Map. Map is number 1. So there I've been on 1F, which is, okay, 1F is the floor I started on. First floor. Duh. And the second one, I'm now on the second floor. I've only seen 1 room. So let's go actually this way. Oh, there's somebody here. Ammunition. That's good. Oh. Okay, so down goes into this one, back, and then, okay, I can see that. That's where you popped into the room. So the other place, I wonder what this is. Nothing, or it would say something. We'll go over this way. Check the map. Very interesting. Okay, just the angle I'm going at. There's a lift. We're not going to go to that lift yet. Another lift that goes down. Where's this one go? Pod room, locked. So I got to find a key for that. So let's try going down here. Call the elevator. Come on. There it is. Now on. Oh, no, we don't want to call the elevator. Hit the button again there. In the wrong spot. So let's check the map here, see where I am. Love the graphics. Figure out where they all match up. We'll go to this. If there was anything to read there, you'd be able to read it. And the sound. Oh, cryo room locked. So I can't go there. So the only place I can go is back up the elevator. When it gets here. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit a button. I took a shot. All right, so let's go back. We'll go down. We'll go up this elevator. Whoa! That guy's got no head. That's pretty good graphics, though. I mean, it's all it needs. There's pretty part over here, part over there. Wow. Let's check the map. 3rd floor. I'm gonna go this way. Just walking up against the wall to see which directions. There's not seeing anything there. That's a map of Canada, it looks like. Doesn't say anything. This is pretty neat. Oh. Another person ripped in half. This would be... I'm at max health already. We'll check that. See, I can go down. I'll end up back on the 2nd floor. So I love the map idea for this because sometimes the frustrating part is getting lost. Whoa, okay. More ammunition. That's nothing. There's some health, but I'm already at max. Well, this looks like a radiation room. Control room locked. Storage room locked. Everything's locked. Nothing else there. Alright, here we are. There's one of the terminals. So it says to open and read everything you can to learn more and more about this. So we'll open this terminal. That's pretty cool right there. Reactor log, unlock shield, or Dr. Jordan message. So it says read everything you can. So we'll go reactor log. Reactor enclosure breached, shield automatically raised for safety. Alright, so I guess hit the action button and it goes back to these. So we'll go unlock shield, unlock shield. Radiation shield has been unlocked and can now be lowered by using the panel across the room. Okay. Okay. I don't know why I want to do that, but maybe I do. And a message. Tyler, I'm not saying this will happen for sure, but there's a chance creatures may want to storm the reactor room. Lock it up and stay safe. Doesn't look like he did. Considered he's dead on the floor. Alright, so we're gonna log out of there. There's Tyler. These things are glowing. I think that's something to do with the reactor. Lower shield. Alright, why not? Mercy, reactor failure, radiation leak detected. And I shouldn't have lowered the shield. Game over. You know, I'm going to tell you this right now. Wow, that's just amazing, like the complexity of this game, and I didn't get anywhere in it. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. The graphics, I even love the game over screen. The graphics are great. The sounds and music are wonderful. And I guess the work that's gone into creating the story and the other part are very good as well. Anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to play for today. I gave you a little sneak peek of it here, but I'll go back now and I'll let you know what I think about the amount of the game that I've experienced anyway. So here we go. Well, guys, that's it for a little sneak peek to the Pandora Incident, the newest homebrew title from Electronite for your Intellivision system. Fantastic. Survival horror on the Intellivision. How does it get any better than that, really, when you think about it? I did play this game a lot more than what you just got to see. I played through and I got to the point where you were rescuing doctors and battling some of the evil aliens that had taken over the ship, and I'd actually found a lot of the other secrets of the game, that you get through the terminals and such. So I'll show some of them right here, but really it's going to be, I don't want to do any spoilers. I want you to be able to see it yourself. Although you'll see here from the different clips, the graphics in this game are actually very incredible. Yes, they are Intellivision graphics that would be limited to that system, but they're fantastic. They get the maximum they can get out of them. I really liked it. I gotta say, in all of its gory glory of survival horror, it really did depict well on the Intellivision. And to go along, you can't have a survival horror game without fantastic music and sounds. And this game also has great sounds and great music. Thank you, Nyundari. Again, man, you make some amazing things for all these homebrew games. And overall, I really am looking forward to playing this game even more in the future. And with all these things taken into consideration, the great graphics, the great sounds, the fantastic music, as well as the deep and interesting gameplay, I'm going to give the Pandora Incident from Electronite a preview rating of 8 out of 10. Well, guys, that's it for today's episode of INTY Homebrew News and Spotlight. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us today. Coco's sitting here trying to be good, but doesn't do a very good job at it. Really enjoyed covering the Pandora Incident and the latest news from the Intellivision Homebrew community. We'll be back again next month with even more news, as well as another feature, another spotlight on a past or present game from the Intellivision Homebrew Library. Thanks again. Take care.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age.
Hey, it's Paul Norman or Nermix from the Intellivisionaries Podcast, and you're watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.